I did it, folks. I went live. How's it going? What the heck? I haven't spoken today. I didn't realize my throat was in such a condition. I'll wait for some people to arrive and I'll talk you through what I'm gonna do today. It's gonna be fun. How's it going, Dante-sama? The first chatter. And Cowboy Evan, of course. Hello. Is that Sir Toasty Toes of Northern Lion fame? How are you? You have troubling news? I hope not. Is it with respect to Iron Mugulus? Oh, Iron Mugulus has gotten access to the 19th Terror type. Oh no. I'm not home, but I'll be back for the VOD. No worries, Cowboy Evan. Thanks for saying hello. Hope you can enjoy the stream later on. Hello, Game Master and Kevin Allen and various chatters such as Thomas. There's everyone here. Fubaru as well. Now that's a good name. Just a sec, folks. I've got to tweet to the stream and such. I've got to make sure everyone knows Jim is live, which is a monumental occasion for everybody, really. I'm going to do something cool today, folks. I'm going to look at some replays from new Gen 3 players and analyze them a bit. Maybe steer people in the right direction, tell them what they're doing wrong, etc. A bit of replay analysis. Competitive Pokemon Go PvP player. That's cool. I saw briefly on the Pokemon stream there was Pokemon Go tournament. Didn't even know that existed until I tuned into that stream. That's crazy. Yeah, folks, if you want to send me replays to look at, join my Discord in the ADVOU section. The Discord should be in the description of the stream. And if not, I'll send a link in the chat, actually. And okay, Discord's giving me some nonsense right now. I can't unlock a permanent link. It's okay, this one lasts for 7 days. That's plenty of time. People have already sent me some replays, but if you're new to Gen 3, you have some replays that you want me to take a look at. Just share them in the chat at me in the Discord. Oh, the Charizard Breloom offense, that's a classic. That team is what put Charizard into the public attention. Charizard was ranked BL at the time, and so was Breloom. It's crazy. Undisputed basically brought Charizard and Breloom to OU single-handedly. Don't know if any other player has accomplished such a thing. Filthy Cubone just joined. Isn't that a YouTuber? Welcome. It's Jimothy cool time to get a cool cup of water and a snack, of course. Of course. Jimothy, who's your all-time favorite Mon? I've always been a fan of Dodrio, even though it's a very basic, just normal flying type. I like its simple three-headed design with spherical heads. It's like somewhere in between a normal bird and like a fantastical creature, which I think is the sweet spot for a Pokemon design. In my mind. I love Dodrio. It's a bit freaky as well. I won't repeat that Wilro XD, but I've not heard any knowledge about that. Sounds frightening. Sounds scary. Gym stream, this is insane. This is crazy. We even have Backwards Hat in the chat, if you can believe such a thing. Least favorite Gen 3 Pokemon to go against in UU? I haven't played UU enough to say. I could quickly take a look at the Gen 3 UU team builder. One sec. Who do I hate in Gen 3 UU? Oh, Bennett is in this. Bennett is so epic. Oh, Cradily sounds annoying. Cradily probably just boots Iron Defense or Acid Armor and you can't roar it out. That sounds really annoying. Oh, Ninjask is UU? Wait a minute, but Baton Pass is banned, so that's fine. I think Baton Pass is banned. I've never played the format, I have no evidence, but I'm gonna say Cradily. I feel like Cradily could be really annoying. Is that King of Iron Frisk in my chat? Hello. Nice to see you here. Who's better, Charizard or Moltres in Gen 3? That's a very contentious topic right now. I think Moltres is better. Personally. Even though Charizard is more self-sufficient, because it can threaten Blissey without needing spikes. Moltres, I think, just Will-O-Wisp is such a good move. It's got such bulk, and it poses more of a threat. Charizard gets really shut down by water types, but Moltres actually hits really hard with modest HP grass. And yeah, it requires spikes to be good, but to apply pressure to certain things, but spikes are really good anyway. It's not like that's a huge requirement or anything. Spikes are just amazing anyway. And I think Moltres can function without spikes on some teams as well too. It's harder to make it work, but it's possible. I know how vastly different they are, but there is a recording of the finals of one of the Pokemon Gen 3 VGC tours, commented by Hulk Hogan. Okay, I gotta look that up. Yeah, Gen 3 VGC was a thing back in the day, which is kind of crazy. And I've never heard of that. It was commentated by Hulk Hogan. I gotta look into that. Imagine if Gen 3 had Roost and U-turn. If Skarmory could Roost, that'd be crazy. The fact that Skarmory is so good, without even having any Roost or Recovery, it just says something for sure. A U-turn would be too much, I think, in Gen 3. Dude, how good is this song? I haven't played Pizza Tower in a while, though. Favorite non-Joshman Australian Melee player? When I first joined the community, there was this dude called MC who was really good at Falco. I thought he was the coolest guy ever. I would play Falco at the time. I would go with him, I guess, just off the top of my head. Oh, there was also a really good Peach player called Rainbow. Are you seeing my Calix Invitational commentary? Thank you. Thanks, folks. Thanks, gamers. Thank you, gamers. Favorite Sonic game? Sonic 3. And Knuckles has got to be the best one. Someone asked what my go-to Gen 3 team is. I would say Big 5 Zapdos is a team that's never bad, that I often return to. I'll get into the replays soon, folks. Honestly, enjoying sitting here reading the chat at the moment. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Have I tried NetDex doubles? No. NetDex seems too chaotic for me. With Z-moves, Megas, and Terra, that's crazy. I don't know if I could handle it. There might be a mental overload. Are you going to return to the Guts challenge? Yes, actually in this stream I'm going to do that. I was about to say. I built a slightly edited version of a squad I was using back in the old one. If you guys don't know, the Guts challenge is you got to hit a rating of 1550 on the ladder with 3 BL Pokemon on your team. I could show you the team real quick. If you're interested. This is the team I'm going to run. The 3 BLs are Registeel, Espeon, and Sceptile. I was running an alternate version of this team with Wailord instead of the Registeel as like an aggressive opener, but Registeel is just like an experiment here. Because the team, if you look at this team, it's really horrendous against Aerodactyl and Tyranitar. With only Select Swampert, you really stink against Aerodactyl in particular. So I just wanted like a rock resist that can also T-Wave stuff and trade. Like sort of like a bad Metagross. So hopefully that'll help me out, but I'm not sure. I'm not certain. You've been around for a while, Bulgaria. Why not Curse Registeel? Doesn't really fit here. Curse Registeel needs support, like you gotta take out physical walls to actually win with it. You need like Magneton and probably some way to nail down Swampert too. And other support against like fire types, stuff like that. Curse Registeel is like a whole different type of team. This type of Registeel is just trying to provide my team with a rock resist so I don't insta lose to Aerodactyl, and then also just status stuff and then explode, because this is a special offense team. Here's Z-Panther. Z-Panther is another Gen 3 YouTuber, folks, if you want to check him out. If you're fiending for some more Gen 3 gaming. What would be the one mon you wish was Gen 3? It's a good question. I don't know. Who's a cool mon from Bladed Gens? Like Mamoswine or something? That'd be fun. I don't know. I like Mamoswine. Chuck him in. Reading the messages in Discord, I saw you mentioned Celebi is good as a safe Swampert switch in. So is Celebi not scared of Swampert's Ice Beam? Most Swamperts are defensive, so Ice Beam is like... So they don't have special attack investment, and Ice Beam is only... you know, 90 power, non-stab, so most Celebis can shrug it off. And then Gen 3 has no team preview, right? So clicking Ice Beam as the Swampert against an unrevealed team is kind of dangerous. You're probably switching Swampert into like Aerodactyl or Tyranitar or Metagross, so you want to click Hydro Pump or Earthquake to actually threaten them so they can't set up or do stuff. So Celebi often comes in against those moves. And even if they are a god gamer, maybe later in the game you revealed Celebi, you can still shrug it off and recover back. It'll do like 20 to 30-ish. Assuming you have defensive investment too. Yeah, Piloswine is actually good in Gen 2 OU randomly, I think. Well, I don't know if it's in OU, it's good in the lower tiers. Because, like, Ground Ice is a really good type combo for stabs that threatens, like, Zapdos and a lot of common stuff. Which is kind of weird. There's a YouTuber called Cherry Bong who did a video about that, which was a really good video. Alright, folks, I'm going to take a look at some replays. Thanks for sending me more replays, folks. Alright. This is someone named Daring from my Discord, who's a new player. Let's take a look at what they've done here. They got a Scarm lead against a Tyranitar lead. What do they do? A Toxic? Okay, I think that's a bad move. Against the Tyranitar lead, there's a lot could go wrong if you click Toxic here. They went Scarm, that's not that bad. At least you don't get trapped or something. But what if they go Magneton? Or what if they go Gengar or something like that? And they either trap you or just threaten you massively. I think right here you got to make a Spike is the conventional wisdom, because it's something that can never be bad. It gives you some long-term value. Tyranitar could have a lot of different things. It also serves to like scout the Tyranitar or scout what they do. If they Fire Blast you, it's doing like 70 something, but that's okay because you have chip heal, right? That's the benefit of Skarmory. You can take a big hit, make a spike, and then over the course of the game, come back because you're immune to a million different things. You come in on an Earthquake, protect, come in, protect. But generally, like on this turn one, in this turn one situation, you have no info. Clicking Toxic is really dangerous. A lot could go wrong. They could go Mag, they could go Gengar. They could even have a Lumberry. That's common too. There's so many ways Toxic could go wrong, but Spikes can almost never be bad here. That's kind of the idea of leading Skarmory, is getting your Spikes up as soon as you can. And spiking there is totally fine. Actually, I think it's cool that you go Jolt here because you lack information, so spamming Spikes 3 times could be dangerous. They could have Claydol in the back and then Rapid Spin and totally ruin you. Or they could be like a Superman team with Tyranitar. Sometimes you go Superman with Tyranitar. So committing to the Spikes can be bad there. So I think I like the Jolteon play, because Jolteon can actually apply a lot of pressure with one Spike on the field. And you go for T-Wave. And they miss Toxic. What the hell's going on? Okay. Actually, T-Wave's an alright play, because they could go to Blissey, and then you at least disrupt the Blissey, maybe hinder its chance to actually get a move through. I think the stay is kind of crazy by this fella. I guess they live a T-Bolt. Oh, this is weird. And now you T-Bolt. Get a Lucky Power on the Blissey. See, even though Blissey shrugs that off, you do chip it down to 70 or so. Opens up the possibility for you to switch into something. It's Heal Bell. Going Scarm here is pretty dangerous because Blissey could have T-Wave, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, stuff like that. I'm not sure what you have on the team, but there's a lot more safer switch-ins against Blissey that can punish it. And yeah, there's a big Flamethrower. Not too bad though, you get the Spike up. What kind of Tyranitar is this? Looks like a bulky physical Tyranitar. That's a good switch in once you know they have Flamethrower. Yeah, you're playing this well now. You focus punch into the Skarmory, chip it down. That's a good roar outcome. And right here you're inviting in Blissey, so we'll see what you do if you go back to Tyranitar on the Blissey or something. I mean, that's also fine. Now they're forced to heal, so you can get Tyranitar in right here. Or just explode is also fine. Maybe a bit dangerous, but worked out. See, now they can spin freely. And you're in a bad spot here. They can just Hydro Pump you. And you go Skarmory. I don't think I like going Skarmory there. I think you should probably just sack Tyranitar there, because if they KO you, you at least get Jolteon in, you outspeed, you keep your spikes up, and you threaten a lot because Blissey's down. You're actually in a great spot if you just sack Tyranitar there. Also, if they Rapid Spin, at least you can Hidden Power Bug and just do big damage to it. So there's two good outcomes if you stay Tyranitar and click HP Bug. Either you die, get Jolt in, or they spin and you at least chip the Starmie. Going Skarmory there doesn't really do anything for you. And now they get to spin freely. So they just, you know, chip Skarmory down and get rid of the spikes and keep Starmie. But you get the Explode off there. And with Blissey down, Jolteon still might be enough to clean this up. Skarm's really chipped. There's no good switch in. T-Wave is okay, I suppose. That would have punished a Tyranitar. That's actually not a bad play. You would have gained more info on the Tyranitar. You love clicking T-Wave. I guess it's not bad here either. Yeah, that's not bad. It gives you a chance at good luck. Gives you 2-hit with T-Bolt anyway. They can't do much to you. And since it's Surf, it's probably a bulkier set. So you can chip hell out of range of Surf. There's probably no Thunderbolt. And there you go, you can Toxic. I guess this is a good use of Skarm, yeah. Someone said this has to be satire? What are you talking about? Welcome to the stream. This could go wrong though. The Tyranitar could still Dragon Dance and beat you. You could still lose here. This could Dragon Dance up. No, you KO'd one hit. I think that's a roll. I think that's a damage roll, and you also have a Hydro Pump miss chance. So that was actually a little bit freaky there. If they just got the Dragon Dance, you would have lost. I think this is a sample team, but it's not very solid against rock types, is it? You don't have like a Swampert. You got a Metagross at least. Oh, Andrew's message. I've gone too far. Alright, just if some people were confused, I'm going to just chuck some text up the top to say what I'm doing here. So that was Daring. Thank you for the submission. Hopefully this was helpful. Let's chuck that on top there. Hello, fella. Hello, everybody. Some of these plays were slightly non-epic. It was overall alright. Just some knowledge gaps, like playing into Mag, and the opponent was playing weird, actually. The opponent was playing way more weird than Daring was. Played ADV from 04 to 09. That's crazy. I do remember playing some Gen 3 on Pokemon Online, which was an older battle simulator. That might have been in like 09, but I know that there was also Shoddy Battle and Net Battle even before that. There was weird sets like Rest Skarmory was more popular, I remember, and the metagame definitely looked totally different back then. Even back then, I'm sure in 04 it was even more different. Yeah, folks, you can join my Discord and just send me replays in the ADVOU channel. If you're interested. Alright. At an 81.3. Yeah, against fast DD tar, which is still a pretty commonly used set, but I think most good players prefer bulky tar sets. Even if they're running like a Lumberry set on an aggressive team, I think they invest in bulk. Because it really helps you set up way more often. Against like, you'd live a Starmie Hydro Pump, various Earthquakes, Dugtrio Earthquake, stuff like that. And the tar was unrevealed at this point, so... How often do I use Kingdra? I haven't used it in a while. Actually, but it's a good Pokemon. Alright. This is from Vatic. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Let's take a look. Where does Iron Mugulus place in Gen 3 OU? It's bad, it gets Dug trapped. It's no good. We got a Yama lead gaming. That's cool. Goes Tyranitar turn 1. That's dangerous. I don't love going Tyranitar against a Salamence unrevealed. That's a little nutty. I don't know what you have on the team, but there's way safer switch-ins against a Salamence. This is about to brick break you, but maybe it's working out here. You're going to pivot. That was a good play. Pivot on the brick break. And folks, you can tell by Sandstorm order who's faster. But it might be a speed tie here. Usually, if someone's faster, they get hit by the Sandstorm first. So it says here the opposing Salamence got hit first, but could also be a speed tie, meaning it's 50-50 whoever gets hit first, because they're both Salamence, obviously. Yeah, it looks like it was a speed tie. So you just risked a 50-50 to take out Salamence. Worked out for you, but that was really risky. You can see here that it was in fact a speed tie. You're the exact same speed. So... I don't know if that's advisable. It's turn 3. You're potentially losing your entire Salamence. Perhaps you should make a defensive switch there. Play it a bit safer. But it did work out. In comes Claydol. Probably threatening to explode right here. Actually just goes for a Psychic. Sure. Yeah, didn't want to commit to explode. Easy Spike. Very easy Spike. Yeah, I don't know. Going Hariyama on... Jirachi? I guess, I guess if they're clicking anything, they're clicking Fire Punch. So, it's not bad. It looks like you're thick fat or something as well. There is a 20% burn chance here. And now you're threatening knockoff, which is nice. You do get Toxicked. But maybe it's, yeah... Not bad to knock this off. That helps a lot because this can no longer chip heal. Last two moves are surely Wish Protect. So... This isn't too bad. Hariyama is useful though because it can be a really nice check to DD Tyranitar, which could easily be in the back. I don't know what the rest of your team is. Getting this Toxic could be a big issue. I don't still play old school RuneScape. Unfortunately. I got bored of it. And staying in with the Yama. Taking more chip. Good time to rest, actually, yeah. You gotta exit now. If this is Heal Bell, it's all forgiven. If this is Heal Bell, it changes everything. You go for Leech Seed that time. And the insane spin just destroys you. It's okay, you can go forward and respike very simply. I'm assuming you got HP Bug, but... That's not a guarantee, is it? Oh, you do. Then you're playing this correctly. You win this 1v1 because they spin, but they take way more damage in the process, and he has to explode. That's beautiful for you. That's beautiful for you. And this Hariyama can just sit against this Jirachi. That's a good position. But you give him a free wish, though. But the wish isn't even that useful because everything's full health anyway. You're Torqueyama. What the heck? I don't think I've seen... That's crazy. Torqueyama's kind of crazy. I guess I like the sleep talk there. Even though you don't burn the sleep turn, you have a chance to knock off a switch in, which is cool. Celebi does answer Suicune. And Perish stops it. You've done it. So it's Gutsuyama. I think it's actually Thick Fat, because it took like nothing from Fire Punch before. It took like 7%. So I think it's Thick Fat. Yeah, you planned this pretty well. Leech Seed is safe. Insane Hariyama moment. Now you can Sleep Talk. And perhaps knock this off or Brick Break it. Unlucky. Sleep Talk was still the play. There's 2 out of 3 outcomes that are insane versus that Snorlax. You could even click it again. So true. Oh, the intelligent non-sleep talk in case you get forced out. Because in Gen 3, sleep mechanics are weird. If you sleep talk and then switch out and back in, your sleep counter resets. But if you sleep talk and then don't sleep talk, your sleep counter does not reset. I don't know if that makes sense. But basically, if he switches out and back in, he will wake up the next time he acts. Rather than having to sleep 2 more turns because he clicked sleep talk. So that was a good play. To not sleep talk there. I'm going to skip ahead because this is a pretty stally game. And the Sleep Talk Yama is doing great. Just traded with a Snorlax. You may have lost your wall for Jirachi there, but I think you can manage. No problem. Well, you just took it. Oh, that is unlucky. That Fire Blast could have easily done 54. Does Showdown accurately show sleep turns? I think so. You just got a crit there. I think staying in sacking Tyranitar was fine, and then there's a crit chance, so... I think you've played this game pretty well. And the only concern is last month's Suicune, but you have the Perish Song Celebi, so that is never a problem. You're totally fine. Oh, okay, this could be insane pursuit by the enemy there. Celebi getting low. If they can take out Celebi, they might win with last Pokemon Suicune. Actually. You do have a Fortress Explosion, though, up your sleeve. And that was a good Dragon Claw getting chip on the Suicune, even in the face of danger. This is good. This is kind of a... it's a close game. Because the Suicune... Last Pokemon Suicune represents a threat, folks. But I don't think there's any way this fella can win. Yeah, you can just stall the Tyranitar and then Perish Song wins the game. There you go. Nicely played. That was cool. This is a style of team you guys can try if you like a slow-paced style of team. This is a Hariyama Fortress sort of... Not stall, but like... Sand Spikes balance, I suppose. With Wish Salamence for support. Heals up your Hariyama and your Pursuit Tyranitar and stuff. Fortress. And then the Perish Song Celebi helps a lot against late game win cons like Suicune. It won this game, so that's a cool little showcase. The last Pokemon is... It's either like Gengar or... It's probably some sort of rock resist. Like Swampert, actually. Something like that. Or even Blissey, but then it could be Blissey as well. Last was Clampo. You're right. Welcome to the chat, new viewers. Hello. I hate Gen 3 OU because I'm bad at it. That's very valid, Xavier. I hate things I'm bad at as well. Like chess, what a terrible game. I can't even beat anybody in that game. Right. You guys enjoying this? Is this entertaining content? I don't know. This was a spontaneous idea that I had last night. I just want to encourage people to try the format, that's all. Alright, we got Jevil, who sent me a replay. Let's see. I'm learning, I'm entertained. I'm very entertained. This is great. The chat is going insane over this content. Alright, the Jevil himself queuing up a game. Let's see what happens. Doug lead is... Okay, Doug lead. I don't know about Doug lead. I've led Doug before, but it's usually a very, very gimmicky, unsafe thing to do. It has terrible lead match. Not only does it have terrible lead match against like everything common. You know, you don't even kill Tyranitar most of the time and they kill you one hit. You lose your Doug, which is a very important Pokemon. You don't kill Metagross. And think about Skarmory right here. You can't touch Skarmory. You don't even trap them. You got to exit. Salamence, Zapdos. It simply has poor lead matchups, and it reveals that you have a Doug trio. One of the best things about Doug trio is keeping it hidden and surprising someone with it and trapping them. So, I've led Doug trio before, but the reason I did was because it actually traps sleep leads and takes them out, such as Jinx and Smeargle. And I was using a Storly team that got had a really terrible matchup against those Pokemon, but I'm kind of doubtful that's what you're doing here. It's for Breloom. Yeah, there's some matchups where you just get a free KO, but it's pretty rare. Like, the most common matchup in the game is Tyranitar, which, okay, you can do like 80 to it, but they just take out your Doug. And Doug is often super important. You know? Isn't Gen 3 mostly stall? No, not at all. Not really. There's... The most common team archetype is like balance. And there's a lot of hyper offense and offense. I think offense even is getting more popular recently. Yeah, Mag Lead is a low ladder special though, so it could be funny you just queue up the Doug lead, and if they Mag Lead, you just destroy them. Okay, let's actually talk about the game now. So we got a Doug Mag gaming scenario here. Okay, what is this? Let's see how this goes. We got Doug Mag scenario. Insane mileage out of that Mag. That's a huge amount of damage on Metagross right there. And then this is going great for you, even though I was just bad mouthing your Doug lead. You were at a massive advantage. And this Starmie is not going to be able to touch you. You've chipped it. I like the Ice Beam that could hit the Gengar coming in. I think that's astute, and plus there's a freeze chance. Going Skarmory's sensible. That's a lot of damage, but you can't know the tar set. Skarm is good there a lot of the time. Now you're in a bit of trouble. They could roar your Bliss coming in. Protecting is a little bit dangerous, but I think it's fine. They could sub there, that's the only thing, and then they get a bit of an advantage, but that's okay. Don't go Doug against Jolteon, it just outruns you. It's just faster than you. It's gonna HP Ice or Grass here and kill you. Yeah, that doesn't work. Don't do that. It did allow you to get Blissey in for free, though. So maybe that was an intentional sack to get Blissey in without worrying about Raw. I could maybe see that, but losing Doug is bad there. You know what? If that was your idea, that's a terrible idea when they have Tyranitar up and Starmie in Doug range. You have 2 Pokemon you can straight up eliminate with Dugtrio. It's not the time to sacrifice Dugtrio. That's not the time. Okay, I respect the Seismic Toss. You were playing around Focus Punch. Your Skarmory is in big trouble. But they guessed correctly. They Rock Slided this time. And now you're in big trouble because... and now they're kind of gaming on you a little bit. They got you that time. They got you that time. And now what? Oh, okay, you make the spike. If you got Arrow in the back, I support this. You got Cradily. You got Cradily in the back? Okay. I was thinking you got Arrow and you cleared up. I thought wrong. What's going on now? Barrier. I'm thinking Gengar's gonna just own you here. Do you win this game? If you win this game, I'd be amazed. I don't know how... Okay, maybe you just snowball out of control. This Gengar has no taunt. And the crowd goes insane. And the crowd go... Wait a moment. Wait a second. I think you might get into invincible territory. I think that your opponent has misplayed this massively. Shouldn't they do focus punches or something? I don't know. I might also throw against Bessie Cradily. You're gonna... The insane amnesia. The insane amnesia. There's also a crit chance. Okay, Explosion has done nothing. Okay, Tyranitar can focus punch here, so... But honestly, you might live. You have 4 times defense. Rest up. You're taking like 10. You're taking nothing. You're taking nothing! Oh my gosh! You're taking 0! Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. You're inventing the new metagame out here. What is this, dude? And you can't Roar Cradily, by the way. It has suction cups. You can't even Roar it. So Jolteon Roar? Oh, it doesn't even have Roar. You're in less than nothing to Epic Cradily. The thing is that they could just crit. So you're really banking on no crit. It's like, it's a 6.25% chance every single hit. They just forfeited. Okay, that was ownage. I don't even know what to say, man. I don't even... There's no way this is... You got Doug lead Cradily. I've never seen a team like this in my life. And I guess the opponent misplayed it, but also... I think that you just set up for a Cradily sweep. Gengar could have Taunt, but this one didn't. It was Explosion. I guess he's... I guess you set up for the Cradily sweep. I don't know what to say. You did it. Well done. You never seen Cradily... I've seen it sometimes on a low ladder, but I've never lost to it. What does Cradily even do? It has suction cups as the gimmick, so you can't Roar or Whirlwind it out. And you just boost up your defenses and you're unkillable. Wait, this had no attack on it, so Gengar could have just sat there fishing for crits. He threw by exploding. You have no attacks on this, and Gengar's immune to Toxic. This guy just threw away his only counterplay. So, I guess this only works if the enemy's a buffoon. This only works if the enemy is an absolute... Oh, you got Pursued Tire. You got Triple Trap Cradily. Okay, I don't even... You're cooking harder than I could ever have imagined. We're moving on to the next person. You should be teaching me, that's all I'll say. I don't know about this metagame anymore. I was thinking you're setting up for an Arrow clean, in comes the Cradily and it's all over. The classic explode on the attackless Cradily. Oh my gosh. What else checks it besides Gengar? Like... Metagross? Anything that's immune to poison? Wheezing? Did the on-screen chat freeze? Oh, it might have. Sorry, I don't know. Wait, why does that do that? I think it does that sometimes and it'll fix itself. Sorry about that. Yeah, there it is. It's fixed itself. Could someone explain what the physical special split is? Hello, Hagetsu, I see you. Yeah, the physical special split is, so before Gen 4, attacks of certain types could only be either physical or special. There wasn't like, you know, Fire Punch is a physical move and Flamethrower is a special move, for example. Fire Punch was just a special move. All fire moves was just special. All bug moves are just physical. Even Signal Beam was physical, for example. Hidden Power, Bug was physical. But in Gen 4, they added physical and special moves for every single type. That's what it is. I beat Jim in tournament, but Chad is moving too fast, so he won't see. This lie. Oh. That was a lie. I thought you did beat me in tournament. It's just that easy to lie on the internet, folks. I just believed that at face value, and then luckily that chatter did admit to their sins. Alright, gamers, we're going to take a look. Who sent this one through? Slithery Relicanth. Slithery Relicanth, how's it going? We're going to take a look. We're looking at new players, replays, folks. We're giving him tips and tricks. We'll get a Tyranitar lead against a meta lead. And you go Melodic, sensible switch out. That's sensible. Melodic, usually defensively invested, can take a Meteor Mash there. Toxic is a good click too. We like to see it. You could have invited in like a Skarmory there, but probably not. Even then, it's not the end of the world. You got Place. You got Blissey here. That's also sensible. You're up against a Porygon 2 team. Interesting stuff. So that gives you some info. You could say, what are these last two? We got something like... There's likely Tyranitar. But then there could even be random stuff like Raikou or Blaziken. Random Dug-weak Pokemon that are enabled by Porygon 2. Jirachi is more likely. So you're going to be frightened of like a Subseum Jirachi potentially defeating your Blissey. We like the Rock Slide. That's good chip on Suicune. Can someone tell him to switch sides? I'm spectating the wrong fucking person. Excuse my French. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's, Okay, the opponent was playing good. The opponent was playing good. Okay, let's... You were playing fine too, though. You were playing okay. Let me... Yeah, everything here is fine from both players. From both ends, this is totally standard so far. So, no problem. The Toxic Porygon 2, I like the set. This guy could have Doug with this squad. Doug is common with Melodic, because you need support against DD Tyranitar. So Porygon 2 could be a good matchup. Even though I did say before, this is nice chip on Suicune. Going Suicune here is also very sensible by you. It's a sort of neutral exchange. Oh, Roar is a great... I like Roar because you can scout their team. You can... because of course they're switching out there, but Roar allows you to potentially bring in one of their unrevealed Pokemon and see what it is. So I like the play. And Porygon 2 is always nice into Blissey. It traces Natural Cure. It's immune to the status. And you could T-Bolt here. Oh, you got a Mag in the back. That's unfortunate that you revealed your Mag without Oh, lucky freeze there. Yeah, it's unfortunate you revealed Mag. Your opponent's making it a little difficult to trap Skarmory here. They're probably going to Toxic to force you to rest, and then roar you out with Skarmory. So they do Toxic. And Dugtrio's here. So this is good. Now you can go Porygon 2. You losing Celebi is unfortunate. So the enemy made an intentional choice to trade with Celebi, basically, knowing that they would lose Doug. But you would at least eliminate Doug, and now your team is enhanced. Your Metagross can't be trapped. That's a dangerous Ice Beam right there. You're giving Tyranitar freeze chances, it's not taking much. I think maybe you should go Metagross. What Metagross is this? You can go Metagross, invite in Skarmory, try to Mag Trap it. Porygon 2 is kind of important here because it traces Natural Cure from Blissey. This is a flinch chance. Yeah, this is... I think this right here was very dangerous from you. Now Porygon 2 is really low. It's not the end of the world because you can still get it in on Blissey and recover back. It's salvageable. Melodic's kind of a bastard. A little bit hard to break through. The explosion could be worth it there. That could be worth it. Don't know though. I think you're trying to set up for a Suicune win condition. Oh, Hydro Pump. Hydro Pump seems weird. Shouldn't you have what's the last move I want? Is this an offensive Suicune? I guess this team maybe needs a bit of offensive firepower. I mean, this is fine. The Porygon 2 forces out Blissey. There was an opportunity there to click Toxic on the incoming Tyranitar. Not an easy play to make though, because Skarmory could easily come in. Oh, you got double... You got double status. Not a bad set, actually. Now you match up way better versus the Tyranitar, because they have full power chance, so you can keep looping. If this is offensive Suicune without rest, I think it's not a good set for the team because you just get so owned by Blissey, right? Hydro Pump has only 8 PP, so you can easily get stalled. With Surf, you have way more longevity. I think you could even do like a Rest Sleep Talk set on this team because Magneton eliminates Skarmory, who can prevent you from getting roared out. Which can prevent you from getting roared out by Skarmory. And a Sleep Talk Suicune can actually 1v1 Blissey, because it sits there, boosts up, and then eventually gets to a point where it can actually do good damage to Blissey. Are you getting ads? Sorry about that. Are people getting ads? I'm almost not sure how you win this game. Which got some loops occurring here. You have a Charizard. That's interesting. And it's it appears to be no leftovers, some kind of sunny day Charizard. Hidden Power Flying? You got a weird Charizard here. I assumed this would be something that synergized with Porygon 2. This Charizard is, I guess it's probably Belly Drum. Do you have Weather Clear elsewhere? Maybe this is Rain Dance last. I mean, that could win this game, but you don't have a great way to nail down Tyranitar with the team. It's pretty difficult for you to actually eliminate this Tyranitar if Weather Clear is your game plan. I don't think physical Charizard sets are very good, folks. I think you can make them work if you want, but they require a lot of support, and you have to have a really good way to eliminate Tyranitar probably, and then I think there are better Weather Clear Select sweepers, like Heracross is way better at that, I think, than Charizard is. That being said, you might just win with Porygon 2 here, stalling the remaining team. Because you can just Toxic Stall Bliss and then eventually... Yeah, I think P2 just cleans this, right? Yeah. Oh, that Para might have been unlucky. Now this can't be Toxicked. That might have lost you the game, because now this can't be Toxicked. Oh, they switched out, so no worries. You should be able to take out this Tyranitar pretty easily. Right here, you should just go Magneton and spam T-Bolt, because he eventually has to go to Tyranitar. Then you get the big T-Bolt off. I think there's better ways to play this end game, but you should get there. You just Toxic, and then yeah, it's over. You've done it. That was pretty well played, I guess. This is a meta team. This is a common type of team you see, and you're just building... I assume this is like your own custom team, so pretty nicely done. The team has some issues, like it was hard for you to ever get going with any of your win conditions, right? Like the Suicune doesn't really make sense because it gets too stopped by Blissey. Charizard is good with Mag, but then it's hard for you to Weather Clear, hard for you to actually eliminate Tyranitar. But other than that, the team isn't too bad for a new team. I think it's okay, and you actually got a pretty nice win here against a very meta team. This is a extremely common style of team you see. What do you think about that game, folks? That one went for a while. It turned 118. Pretty crazy. How do you deal with Porygon 2? Porygon 2 is a pretty good, like, neutral wall to a lot of stuff, but its disadvantage is that it gets kind of owned by big neutral, by big stab hits. So, like a DD Dragonance Lum Tyranitar or something will just chunk through it with Rock Slides. There's many things that it gets threatened by. Moltres or something. What are traditionally good weather clearers? Kingdra is a good one with the Rain Dance Swift Swim. You can chuck Rain Dance or Sunny Day on Magneton. You can chuck Sunny Day on Dugtrio. Ludicolo is pretty good. I think Kingdra and Ludicolo are the most common dedicated weather clear guys, and then you can chuck Rain Dance or Sunny Day on random stuff. Suicune can use it, Metagross, Magneton, stuff like that, as a flex slot to support your team. Rain Dance Thunder Mag. Hey, maybe. That's got some problems though, because, you know, it's very easy to just send Tyranitar in and remove the rain. The biggest benefit of clearing weather in Gen 3 is allowing your teammates to chip heal, and allowing stuff like Slackberry Heracross, who would otherwise get sand chipped. Stuff like that. Not Not as much the stuff like Thunder and other weather synergies from later gens. Like Swift Swim is good. Is Tita the only Pokemon with a weather setting ability? Yes, it is. In OU anyway. There's Kyogre and Groudon in Ubis. So the only way to clear weather is to take out Tyranitar and then manually use Rain Dance or Sunny Day. Or I guess Hailstorm also works. I got so many viewers. What's up with that? I'm a popular YouTuber, guys. How did that happen? How the hell did that happen? Who's your personal favorite niche Pokemon? Medicham. I always say it as Medicam, but I think it's pronounced Medicham. I'm a huge fan of Medicam. Epic Pokemon. Extremely epic Pokemon. Medic Ham. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Thoughts on Scizor? It's been used, but I don't think it's very good. I would never use it in a tournament, I think. But like H-Clad has used it. Some good players have used it. The problem with Scizor, it has no attacks in Gen 3. It's kind of... I think it deserves a bit of a buff. Like, it deserves some attacks. The best it can do is like Hidden Power Bug for Stabbed, which is kind of just sad. It doesn't have any Steel moves either, except like Steel Wing, which is 50 power or something. What's cool about it is it can do Indoor Reversal, and it's sand immune, so it doesn't need to clear weather. That's probably the best thing about it, is it can do Reversal. Sweeping. But that's really hard to build around. Been stuck in 1400 with my original HO team. Well, if you have replays, you can send them to me on Discord. I can take a look in a moment. Alright, where are we? We're up Slithery Relicanth. Oh, thank you for the super chat from Mech.
How do you feel teams that boom down to a Dance Mence or CM Suicune setup sweep?
I think, yeah, that kind of team is called boom spam. The idea is like you have as many explosion users as possible and then a strong sweeper in the last slot like Suicune to clean up after you explode everything. It's kind of a meme, but it's also, I've tried it before on ladder and it's like way better than you would think. It's actually okay. Yeah, I think you can definitely make something like that work, and it's not too bad. But it's always a bit of a gimmick. Like you're relying on an all-in strategy, which is always a little bit inconsistent, but not a bad. You don't also have to play it the same way every time. Like you have all your explosion users, but you don't have to explode with them. You can do mind games, bait in their Gengar and stuff like that. Because they're going to be playing around explode, you can use that to your advantage. What do people usually send in to go after Forretress? Either something with fire coverage, like Salamence, or Magneton can just trap Forretress as a common one. I'll get to the next replay in a moment, folks. Thoughts on alternative spike setters like Glalie and Roselia? Glailie's epic. I've got a video about Glalie, if you guys haven't seen it. Glalie has some good advantages over the spikers that are actually valid and good. There was a CI game with Super Epic Ampharos. He used it recently and it actually managed to get 3 spikes and explode against a Snorlax. It was amazing. It was an insane showing from Glalie. And Roselia is epic too. It's horrible, but it's also... It's amazing that people got that to work. Oh, thank you so much for the 20 New Zealand dollars from Andrew. With no message. Thank you very much, that's generous. How do you typically address Calm Mind sweepers? Depends on which what Carmine sweepers they are. Phasing isn't always good because they will often have a lot of coverage and just be able to do damage to your phaser. Like Skarmory and Swampert are the most common phasers in the game, and most special threats will have coverage to hit them or at least big stab damage against them. I think a good way to answer them is, depending on the Carmine sweeper, there's like offensive checks to them that can threaten them a lot. Or maybe outrun them in Thunder Wave or something like that. So Suicune, you can... Suicune is not too hard to answer because it takes a while to ramp up and pose a threat. Blissey obviously can force it to rest, and then once it's resting, it's vulnerable. You can roll it out from there without any risk of taking damage. But you can also just offensively threaten it with something like Zapdos, and after a 1 Carmine, Zapdos is still going to do huge damage to Suicune. Celebi can also not only Leech Seed it, which puts it on a bit of a clock, but also Hidden Power Grass and threaten it down. Jirachi is a tough one because Jirachi can actually tech to beat Blissey with subsets, because sub Jirachi can live 1 Seismic Toss behind a sub, meaning in the sand, sub Jirachi actually 1v1's Blissey. But what you can do is you can scout out what coverage it has. If Jirachi's using sub and Carmine, they're going to be limited on coverage. They usually run like Thunderbolt, Ice Punch, Psychic Thunderbolt, Fire Punch, HP Grass, something like that. So based on what coverage they're lacking, you will probably have something on your team that can resist that coverage and then hit them. Tyranitar's a common one because it can kind of shrug off T-Bolt and Ice Punch, and it's immune to Psychic, and then it can just Earthquake them. And like Swampert can answer some Jirachis. T-Bolt Ice Punch won't threaten Swampert that hard, and you can Earthquake them. Jirachi's a little bit hard to play around because you have to scout what it does, and it can be multiple different sets, but yeah. Are other weathers relevant in Gen 3? Yeah, a little bit. There's Swift Swim users like Kingdra and Ludicolo, and weather clear strategies basically aim to eliminate Tyranitar so that there's no more Sandstorm on the field, so you can chip heal on big threats like Snorlax and Suicune, who benefit a lot from chip heal. Sun has also been kind of useful with something like Exeggutor is not bad. Super Epic brought that cool Exeggutor team to an SPL game. But weather teams function a bit differently in Gen 3. The main benefit of weather is clearing Sandstorm on the field, which benefits teammates. Also, Select Heracross is a good one on weather teams. Why would you want to eliminate Tahi's Epic? That's a good question. What about DD sweepers? Swampert can handle like every DD sweeper. Swampert is the big one. And Skarmory. And even Blissey. Blissey can live +1 Hidden Power Flying from Gyarados and Salamence and probably KO them or Thunder Wave them or something. Alright, let me take a look at this game from... I think it was Lucio is the submitter. Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to get through all of these. I'm going to get a lot of submissions now, folks. Thank you all for the gaming there. Okay, goes for Whirlwind, turn 1. I think this is a sample team that uses Whirlwind. You shouldn't use Whirlwind anymore because you can just use Raw. In Gen 3, on Skarmory, using Whirlwind and Drill Peck together is illegal. So if you use Whirlwind, they know that you don't have Drill Peck, which is bad for you because it reveals information. The reason that this has Whirlwind is because there used to be Mr. Mime in the metagame who has Soundproof, so it's immune to Raw. So you could make Mr. Mime switch out, but now Soundproof is banned from Gen 3, so there's no reason not to use Raw. Because now they just know you don't have Drill Peck, which is a disadvantage. Whirlwinding on turn 1 is not a bad play, because you scout their team a little bit. And You can check if they have Magneton as well. But I would just spike here. I would probably just make a spike. Or I guess Whirlwinding isn't that bad. Toxic is dangerous. Whirlwind is actually defensible a little bit there. And Hydro Pump's the right thing to click there in case they HP Grass you, because if they HP Grass, they put you into Torrent range. Swampert has the ability Torrent, so at 1/3 or less of health, water moves deal 1.5 times more damage, so therefore this will just one-hit Tyranitar, even if it has a lot of HP. So that was it sucks to lose so much health on Swampert, but it's not a bad trade, and you can probably protect and chip heal up. You have a Metagross to answer, but you have a Skarmory full health. I think that was a good play. Jirachi's not a bad switch in. You took a lot of damage, so it must be some offensive Jirachi. That is such a... I really hate that Thunder Wave, because you could easily have Thunderbolt. That was pretty dangerous. But I guess they can live it and recover up and stuff. Sorry, even this paralyzed Jirachi is pretty threatening right now. You can Ice Punch this for good damage. They can Leech Seed you there. You're getting a bit unlucky. They can just Subseed. So you have to exit here. I would just go Scam and make a Spike right here. You do go Scam, nice. Whirlwind is okay here too. In case you're frightened of Magneton. That's the only thing. Yeah, Whirlwind's fine. I think you should try to get a Spike here though, because it just threatens everything. Nice Toxic, actually. This could have been a big threat. Especially because your Swampert's low, so if it's a DD Salamence, it can easily break through Swampert. At this point, they probably don't have Magneton, based on how they're playing. Because they've had many opportunities to potentially go Magneton. Now you go Tyranitar. You've got to be careful of Brick Break here. They could easily have Brick Break, so you should probably get out of here. Oh, they didn't have it. But you played around it anyway. Nice. Nice work. I like that Skarmory switch. I think right there you should have made a Spike. But that's okay. That's fine. You're spamming Whirlwind. You can Toxic this. Or you make a Spike here. And you Spin Block. That was actually nice. So right here, Bulky Starmie can live Thunderbolt. And Thunder Wave you also. So it's a bit dangerous. You could Explode. Explode is not a bad play there, because it just eliminates Starmie and you keep your Spike. But you also might want to keep a Gengar. Even paralyzed Gengar is pretty useful. And now you want to, it's pretty likely he goes Starmie right here, because Whirlwind would actually be an epic play, because the Starmie would take a Spike, and then you Whirlwind them out, and next time they come in, they actually die from Spike plus Sand. So if you Whirlwind here, you're a gamer. Oh, unlucky outcome. Now they Leech Seed back up. That kind of sucks. And they can recover here. A gamer play right there is actually Toxic, because they're forced to recover. So, if they Surf, they're taking Toxic, Spike. They're taking, sorry, Toxic and Sand. They Leech Seed up, but it's not good. And you don't even die. So I think Toxic is actually a good play here, because they're probably going to recover. And then after they recover and they're Toxic, you go Gengar, block Rapid Spin, and they're taking a lot of chip damage. Can I have a shout out? Okay, shout out to Char Combo. Shout out to Char Combo in the chat. This Starmie can now maybe surf you or something. You're maintaining the spike. Oh, so dangerous to stay. Although, no, it's not that dangerous, sorry. This Celebi's fully revealed. You do take chip though, which is maybe inadvisable, because this is important to spin block. That 12% chip could add up. Making spikes is epic there. Oh, this Celebi is horrendous. Can't hit a Leech Seed for its life. What a terrible Celebi. It has not hit a single Leech Seed in the past million years. What's going on? And this Aerodactyl is insanely well positioned. If you Earthquake here, you're better than me and everyone else. You didn't do it. But that's still great. That's the strength of Aerodactyl, folks. If you want some proof Aerodactyl's good. Because, even going to a resist is bad for you. Metagross is probably the best switch in ever to Rock Slide. It still took this much, you know? Aerodactyl makes... with spikes up. Everything that resists Rock is weak to spikes except like Flygon. Nice Whirlwind. You didn't get Starmie in either. That's good for you. Oh no, might be a... This is a rough spot because this guy wished, so... Part of you probably wants to Whirlwind and prevent Starmie from wishing all the way back to full. But then they also threaten Flamethrower, so this is kind of a rough spot to be in. Oh, and that is actually... I actually think going Aero was a really good play. That Dragon Claw is... Not only is it a random set option, it also wouldn't have killed. And Aero would cover both Salamence staying and this dude going Starmie. So that was really unlucky. But it's okay, you're still in an amazing position. So this is an example, folks, of rock spam, because see how Aerodactyl and Tyranitar support each other? Aerodactyl forced this Metagross in, did the rock slide on it, and then it's taking spikes again next time. Now Tyranitar can actually beat it, because it's chipped enough. And Tyranitar threatens like everything here. This is getting HP bugged. I don't know why he doesn't go Salamence. He should go Salamence. This guy's throwing. You have to go Salamence and Intimidate. And that's a win. That was overall pretty well played. But there's a couple moments you could have spiked. A couple dangerous plays. Overall, not bad. Not bad, and I like the team too. I don't know if this is a sample team or what, but this is a pretty good team. You could do well with this team. Does Aero work well in other gens? Yeah, in Gen 4 and 5 it's good. Yeah, I appreciate the coaching, no worries. So this is not a sample team, but it's a decent team. I think maybe the Jirachi is a little bit out of place, but like a sub-CM Jirachi could work here. More players are starting to use Jirachi on teams like this, like offensive spike squads. You've got the T-Tar Aero, very simple but effective synergy. T-Tar plus Aero, can't go wrong. Aero is normally banded. Yeah, in Gen 3, band Aero is the most common. Yeah, it can win randomly. Andrew, thank you for the $2 New Zealand dollars. Is a full pressure stall team viable? I don't know about full pressure stall, like every Pokemon on the team has pressure. That's probably not viable, but you can definitely do stuff like Suicune and Zapdos. Both have pressure, and you can do a bulkier Zapdos with rest. And Dusclops is another really good pressure Pokemon that can fill out the team, and 1 second, get a TPS.
Is a full pressure stall team viable in Gen 3?
Yeah, you can do something like that. But you have to be very careful. Stuff like Heracross can easily wall break you and tear you apart. It's going to be a bit matchup dependent, something like that. Like Stall in Gen 3 is kind of hard to play and also not super consistent, but usually Stally teams aren't full-on pressure stall. They have some kind of win condition, like I don't know, a Dragon Dance Salamence or Spikes and Sand for making progress. If you go full passive, like no offense at all, it can be really, really hard, and games can go for like 500 turns. It's kind of... That's why I don't really like that style of gameplay, because in some matchups you can do really well, but it opens yourself up to a lot of nonsense as well. But you can make it work if you like. If you like that kind of team, sure. I know a lot of people don't like Stall, but some people do like Stall. My favorite Pokemon is Polteageist. Is Polteageist still used in Gen 9 OU? I know it was popular a little bit ago. I could do that if it's still... Maybe I could. Jim, can you explain the deal with the song you use at the end of your videos? Yeah, that is, So there's this weird guy on the internet called Viper. He's like this meme rapper, I guess, who's famous for just posting very strange rap music, and also I think he has like the record for the most music released in a year or something, because he just keeps copy pasting his own music and adding custom beats. He released like 7,000 albums in a year or something. And he has a YouTube channel where people can submit...
What should I lead with on that cradily team?
Oh, thank you, Jevil. Just a sec. Thank you. Yeah, he has a YouTube channel where he posted like all of his vocals and green screen videos of himself, and he's like, you guys make up some songs for me, make some videos for me. So I made one. I emailed it to him as like a Gen 3 OU Viper song with the Verdant Turf Town that I just added like a sample drum beat over top of it, and he actually uploaded it to the channel. So that's what my outro song is. Technically an official Viper rapper song produced by Jimothy Cool. Hello, I'm kind of new here. Hello, Sarasa, the Shadow Hunter. How are you? What should I lead with on the Cradley team? Let me pull it up again, sorry. Thank you for the $2. You can lead Scarm. Maybe. I mean, the Dug lead has the benefit of preventing you from losing like sleep leads. That's decent. But Dug lead overall has really bad lead matchups. I'll probably do Scarm lead on this team. How was your trip to the Great Wall? It was good. Beijing is really cool. There's a lot of amazing stuff there. Thoughts on Smeagol lead? I think Smeagol is better in the back. I don't like it as a lead because you're vulnerable to like Mix Mence is faster and just brick breaks you. Lum leads just beat you like Lum Tyranitar. It's pretty dangerous to lead Smeagol, but sometimes it can be amazing. You know, you spore and spike up and boom. That's one of the best openers you can get for an offensive team, but it's just so risky. What's my least favorite Gen of OU? Might be Gen 9, honestly. I'm really not enjoying Gen 9 lately. Maybe it'll get better with DLC or... Gen 9 has just been such an annoying tier to play. With how many broken things there are, and... just the chaos of like every week something gets banned. I don't think an OU format has had this many like bans and balance issues and just so many issues as Gen 9 OU. It's one of the craziest. It's probably the craziest metagame I've ever experienced in real time. It's just insane. And then the whole Terra debate, everyone's just arguing with each other, no one knows what the hell to do. There's just no solution. It's like it's even worse than Gen 5, honestly. I think it's even worse than Gen 5 in terms of like insane power level and ridiculous. Because at least Gen 5 they had the excuse of like they didn't really know what they were doing back then, and I credit to Smogon. They're trying really hard to make Gen 9 playable. Like, they're doing a lot of work and talking to the community and stuff. There's community votes. But the community itself is so divided on what the hell to do. So it's like, I don't know. It's just an absolute mess of a gen that there's no good way to handle it. I don't even know. Yeah, Gen 9 has like Gen 9 UU pre-home I enjoyed. And I like Gen 9 Ubers actually. Gen 9 Ubers feels unique compared to other Ubers formats. It has a lot of new stuff, and like balanced Zacian Crown's kind of fun to use, even though it's pretty one-dimensional. Like the nerfed Zacian Crown, and Arceus feels really different now. All the Paradox guys. Miraidon is insane. Jimothy, can we make great Jimothy and Iron Jimothy? Yeah, let's make him. That'd be crazy if you just took me and you turned me into a robot and called me Iron Jimothy. That'd be creative and well done. I'm gonna BRB 1 sec, folks. Just a sec. 1 moment. I'm back, everybody. I'm back. This is insane. Well, the text is covering my head, though. These are Osu skin. So this is the Chrono Trigger soundtrack. This one, I think. Alright, I'll look at a couple more. I'll look at like 2 more replays, and then I'll queue up some Gen 3 myself. Oh, Filthy Cubone. This is a YouTuber, folks. Filthy Cubone does some funny videos. Maybe look him up. Alright, let's see what they're doing. What have we got? We're leading with Discord mod, the Tyranitar. You got to exit. Oh my gosh, you stayed versus Suicune. You're insane. You toxiced it. You're better than me. I don't even know what to say. I would have told you to exit. That's a crazy toxic. Because that could have just Hydro Pumped you for massive damage. We've got Dog Trio. You should live Earthquake and KO with Ice Beam. Right here. Yeah, but your Blissey is dangerously low now. So they played it pretty well. Because now their Suicune is much more of a threat. Right here. With a big Hydro Pump that... Oh, they missed. They should have gone somewhere that actually had an accurate move. I think that was... if you're relying on Hydro Pump there... Then Doug is in vain. I think they actually misplayed there. Even though you got lucky, they must have something else that KO's Bliss there, right? That's dangerous. Alright. You're playing like a bit of a madman so far, but I respect it. Oh, you never hit Toxic though. You can't complain though that you dodged that pump. You can't complain. We're gonna exit. I was frightened they'd Toxic. They didn't have it in them. No worries. You can go back Blissey here, probably. Oh, you stay and take the Toxic? That's dangerous. You better have Refresh. You don't want to get Toxic on Swampert. That's a disaster. So many things can now defeat you. There was no reason to get Toxic on Swampert there, because Blissey soaks the status as Natural Cure. Swampert is an important defensive Pokemon. You need it to check like Metagross, Aerodactyl, Tyranitar, Salamence. If they have 3 unrevealed Pokemon. So... And for what? You Earthquaked him for 20? That's not a worthwhile exchange. But that's okay. That's fine. We're all learning here, folks. It's okay. And you know to go back to Bliss and Toxic. Porygon 2 now dangerously low. You can probably switch out here. Because Porygon 2 either has to recover or... exit. You can recover yourself. I think that you should be preserving Blissey's HP. You're letting Blissey get dangerously low right now. So you should probably soft-boiled here. That's okay, yeah. And, yeah, Swampert could be useful against this Jirachi. They often don't have HP Grass. Okay, this one does. So we can pretend that Toxic thing never happened, because Swampert would have got baited by this anyway. No worries. These are often faster, but I actually like the Yugo Moltres here because the common coverage combo is Fire Punch HP Grass, because Fire Grass is complementary, which means Moltres is a pretty nice... It resists both of those. And last move is either like some utility thing like Substitute or Wish, or it's Psychic probably, like for Stab. So... Go on Moltres here. Moltres can actually live as Psychic and do huge damage with Flamethrower. It's unlikely it has HP Grass, so I like that play. And HP Grass probably could finish off that Suicune too. But we can actually see who's faster based on Sandstorm. On an aggressive team like this, Suicune could sometimes be timid and go 295 speed, but this one wasn't, so... You may calc that and see if it kills. I think HP Grass would kill this. It's unlikely to be a defensively invested Suicune. And a bit of Karma. You got the crit on Blissey. You should click Softballed here. And never... What's up, Cuboners? We miss everything. This is insane. Suicune just ain't feeling it today. Said drink spit in the chat. This is fine. It's kind of a neutral situation between P2 and Blissey. But right here, because they have to recover right here, because if they Toxic here, they lose Porygon 2. So that means you can exit here. And get like Moltres in and pose a threat to everything. Our Blissy's under pressure, but Moltres can at least take that Psychic. You also found out here, because of Leftovers order, you now know that Jirachi's faster than you, which is good info. So now you can no longer use Moltres to... Carmine plus Psychic will take you out next time. So you're in a bit of trouble, actually. You're in some trouble. You gotta be careful. Here's Raikou. Raikou could own you. Blissey does stop Raikou pretty well, though. Nice Toxic. Raikou could sub there easily, but I think that he didn't sub because you probably just represent Seismic. You're probably just going to Seismic Toss, which would just be a waste of time for them. But now Raikou can't do anything. It's permanently crippled. And now you know that this Blissey will destroy Jirachi, because it does more than 25 with the Seismic Toss, which means he doesn't have sub or 404 health. So Blissey will firmly defeat this Jirachi. Blissey's just going to solo everything, honestly, because... Right here you should just Toxic, force it out. Blissey will just solo everything, I believe. Yeah. That's what happens, folks. That's why special offense can be kind of rough. This team hinges on eliminating Blissey. That's the whole point of the team, is you eliminate Blissey, and then the rest of your team goes crazy because they no longer have Blissey. So special threats go insane. But that's why you don't go Suicune and Hydro Pump to eliminate the Blissey. This dude actually had Raikou, Jirachi, Celebi. All of these Pokemon could have finished off Blissey. Why would you go with the inaccurate one? That's a lesson on how not to play special offense. Why would you hinge your entire plan on a 20% chance? There's no reason, folks. What's your thoughts on Rhydon in Gen 3? Rhydon is... The reason Rhydon is sometimes used is because it has Ground Rock Stab, so it's really threatening on Paraspam teams that spread a lot of paralysis. You can fish for substitutes, get a full para, and with Ground Stab you actually threaten rock resists more than other rock types, like Tyranitar for example. Earthquaking into a Swampert doesn't do very much, but with Ground Stab you actually do a lot to Swampert, or you do a lot to Metagross, obviously. It also has access to Mega Horn, which is good coverage because Tyranitar often uses bug coverage too, because it helps against, you know, Starmie, Claydol, Celebi, stuff like that. But if Tyranitar could get Mega Horn, it would absolutely use it, right? Because it just hits way harder. Rhydon can sub, and then if they go to Starmie, you actually beat it because you can Mega Horn it, which just one hits. It's a lot of damage against a lot of Pokemon that would otherwise answer a ground rock type. That's kind of the reason Rhydon is okay. There's some crazy chat messages right now. If a wizard offered you mystical powers in return for your dominant arm, would you take the deal? I've got to get more info on what mystical powers are. I don't know. I'm currently auto-playing the entire RuneScape soundtrack. Let's return to my playlist. Return to my original playlist. I know that was a good song, but that's not my playlist, so I didn't want to let it rock. How would you play against special offense if they kill Blissey? You can out-offense them with Pokemon like Aerodactyl, or alternative specially defensive Pokemon, maybe a Rest, Zapdos, a Celebi, or Jirachi. Your own Dugtrio can often actually match up very well against common special offense Pokemon like Celebi, Jirachi, the occasional Raikou, There's ways. There's ways. There's also ways to protect yourself against Doug with Blissey by trying to get spikes up as early as possible. Therefore putting Doug, even if it has bulk, into range of Ice Beam. There's stuff you can do. There's stuff you can do. Alright, thanks Filthy Cubone for the submission. We're going to do one more replay and then I'm going to actually play Gen 3 on the ladder, folks. Are you in the chat here, Al Mark? I don't know which one is you. Passing Battens is someone I've seen on the ladder for a long time. I assume that you're advanced test, but I don't know. Shout out to Filthy Cubone. Go subscribe, folks. Nope, I'm passing Battens. Oh, okay. So you've been playing Gen 3 for a while, haven't you? I've seen you around. You're not fully new. But that's okay. You said this... I think you said, this team is just for fun, did you say? So we'll see what it is. We've got a Mence mirror match in the lead slot. Metagross is kind of a crazy switch in, but sure. I guess if you're clicking anything, you're clicking Rock Slide or Dragon Claw. Makes sense, actually. We get the spike up. Oh, insane Grumpig Gaming. Grumpig Gaming, folks. Trick? You just tricked a Macho Brace onto Starmie, now it's slow? That's insane. Skill swap? What? You just skill swapped for... I don't think that did anything. I don't think skill swap did anything against Metagross there, but hey. Like the stream, folks, in honor of Grumpig. Grumpig doing some unique things here. I don't even know. I can't really give you any advice from experience. This is the Descendant of Iron Fellow. Going Salamence was sensible there on Heracross. They're a bit of a gamer with that that Rock Slide play, but as you can see, you can take it in stride and chip heal up even, because Sand isn't in this game yet. Look at Grumpig with thick fat, taking nothing. I think it has thick fat. I don't know actually. Oh no, it has own tempo. My mistake. Wouldn't Iron Fellow be the descendant of Grumpig? You're absolutely right. I don't know how, but you're winning right now. You're in an amazing position. Passing Battens. The enemy can't do anything here. They've got a pretty standard looking team, to me. But you're Grumpig Gaming and they don't know what to do. Starmie has a Macho Brace on it. Grumpig's carrying. The trick Macho Brace alone was worth the entire Pokemon slot, actually. Whoa. Okay, you tricked Arena Trap, which allowed you not to get trapped so you can exit. I've never seen that interaction in my life. You see something new every day, folks. That was crazy. Grumpig just escaped danger. No, Skill Swap is not the equivalent of taunting. I very rarely even see Skill Swap. This is insane. I would like you all to know that I've never seen anything like this in my life. I would like it to be clear. This is not a normal Gen 3 game. I've seen Skill Swap like once. The Grumpig its usefulness is waning now because it's been Doug trapped. It's been chunked. But literally just tricking a Macho Base onto Starmie, nerfing its speed, and also taking away its leftovers chip heal was pretty outstanding. What is this goofy music? This is the Donkey Kong 64 soundtrack. An explosion there is sensible. Get rid of their spinner. You don't need Metagross defensively here. And Drill Peck. I was gonna say, I hope you Drill Peck. You are. Heracross just got destroyed. Now you can spike up, and what can stop you? Nothing. Except maybe a crit Thunderbolt. A Lantern for the viewers at home. For the fans at home. Wait a moment. And this Blissey happens to not have status to punish Lantern. I think you were just trying to catch the Doug coming in, which is very sensible. Lantern is frightened of Doug entering, because Doug can trap Lantern. But Blissey is not exiting, and Blissey just froze Lantern. It's a tragedy. That's an absolute tragedy. Lantern could just stay, though. Is Lantern afraid? No. It's going to thaw out and take out Doug. No, it's not. Okay, that's very unfortunate. But it's okay. You get the free Scarman. You're getting Chip Heal. You're spiking up. There's little to be done. I think the enemy has no recourse here. It's over. It's very much over. This sequence was crazy. What the hell? Wait a second. I gotta shout out this sequence right here. Go Tyranitar directly into a Doug trio. Because they're gonna click Rock Slide because Salamence is in. Now they're locked into Rock Slide. You Focus Punch because they're getting out of there. And you probably kill this Metagross. Okay, no you don't. But that's alright. It's taken... I think that's fine. Let's be honest. This is a victory hours ago. Okay, actually... Wait, how did you... What happened? What happened? Wait a second. What the hell happened? I thought there was no way you could lose. What happened? Let's see this. That was unbelievable. You missed Rock Slide right there. And they probably got a para. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Did you get full para? You got crit! And you missed a Rock Slide again. And you full parried again. You went for the Focus Punch Hail Mary in case they heal up. Which is fair. Oh my god. Okay, we all know that was a victory in spirit. That was stupid. That was some of the worst luck I've ever seen. That was a Grumpig victory, and we all know it. Alright? That was crazy. Thank you. That was a fun game. Thanks for the submission. I don't know. I mean, you said it was just for fun. I could critique the team, but it's obviously not a serious team. Alright. We're going to leave it at that for the viewer replays, folks. Thanks everyone who submitted replays. If that was fun, I'll do it again in the future. If you guys enjoyed that. Now I'm going to do the... BL Ladder Challenge. Let me update the text here. Communicate what I'm doing. My goal is to hit 1550 on the ladder with 3 BL Pokemon on my team. We're currently 1500 from previous gaming, so not too long to go. Wait a sec, actually, I may have forgotten. Did I already hit this achievement? I think I have to hit 1650. 1 second, folks. I may have underestimated myself. I've already done this. The Guts achievement. No, it's 1550. I guess I never have hit 1550. I haven't. Okay, never mind. I had 1450. Alright, folks. Let's queue up. Excuse, why do I have Chilan? What's my mistake, but I typed CH in the items and it came up with Chilanberry rather than Choice Pain. Ladder might take a sec. Forgive me. I'm cheating, folks. I'm using illegal items. Jim, what is the best spinner for stall teams? Claydol, probably. I would say Claydol. Alright, we've got a Salaman's lead. Let's bat and pass in case they go Doug. We can get the Doug. I'll go Registeel counter for the fans. I don't think it's wise though. Go Sceptile here. Click Leech Seed. So we're using 3 BLs on this team, folks. We got Registeel, Espeon, and Sceptile. It's a special offense team which we want to trap Doug, take it out, and then we've got Carmine Pass Espeon, Sceptile. He's a good receiver, it's very fast. Helps us out a bit against electric types with electric resistance. This is also a good receiver, Surf Ice Beam on Slackberry Swampert. Alright, that miss sucks a little bit. We hate that. Would you consider using Blaziken on a serious team? Yes, I would. Blaziken's a cool offensive lead. It's got Firefighting Stab, which is really nice against, you know, Tyranitar lead. Hits Skarm Bliss. You can run grass coverage with Swampert. It's a very threatening mixed attacker. No worries, we can, we'll go for a counter now. Oh, that was terrible. You just lost Claydol. So I feel like probably Fire Blast has been threatened here. I could probably take one and Thunder Wave it, but I think I want to preserve this in case there's other stuff I need to answer. Let's go Zapdos here. Yeah, Fire Blast. Well, I'll just T-Wave now that Claydol's gone. There's no ground. There's no Electric Immune. If we T-Wave stuff, it lets Espeon set up easier. I'll just T-Bolt now. Dragon Claw, we live, no worries. I can Bat and Pass maybe now. If you want to... you probably don't preserve this Salamence, right? It's Parrot anyway, it's too low. We'll just attack, folks. And I will definitely Thunder Wave this. Oh, it's a speed tie. Okay. No problem. Well, if it's speed invested, I think sub is unlikely, so I'll go back Registeel and T-Wave. There's also no ground type to stop it now. We can T-Wave the Metagross. Have I revealed counter? No. I've not. We can counter. Insane. Insane. So I'm thinking here we explode and Sceptile finishes off Tyranitar. Because let me import this Registeel set in the calc and see how much explode does right here. Versus Tyranitar versus yeah, versus the fast set we definitely, and then Sceptile will finish off. Yes, that should be fine. This will work. Oh. That was lucky, but also I think that was an alright trade, if it came to that. I mean, Sceptile sucks. Okay, how much did I just do? 47. Okay, it's a bulkier set. It's like Pursuit or something. So we'll just trap it. We allowed Jirachi, and we know Jirachi's faster, but the enemy doesn't know that at this point, so they're probably not going to go Jirachi. Slacking? Oh my gosh. Alright. Well, I think we can win off... Oh, well, we can just win off that, can't we? Off a crit earthquake. Okay. Interesting battle. I'll save the replay. I didn't expect to be faster because I'm only 309. Save the replay because I need evidence that I'm using BLs. You ever used a team based around Raikou? I have. Porygon 2 is a good team map because you can eliminate Dog Trio because Raikou is bad against Dog Trio. That's kind of the most classic teammate for Raikou. The Toxic's crazy there. Slacking's always adamant, I suppose so. I think it probably still hits hard enough with Jolly though. I'll just throw out a Surf, we'll see what happens. Okay, we're in a bad spot early here. This one might be contentious. For Zap. Okay, do I live... Because there's a spike up. Do I live Bliss? There's a chance I live Bliss. It's unlikely. But I guess we should go for it anyway. That's bold Blissey. So that's good. We've done it. I might go Registeel and Thunderwave this, because I'm afraid of Toxic on Zapdos. They did Toxic. I could go Zapdos now, on the Spike. Oh, really good. That was a really good play. I could have sacked a Doug and got Zap in just for safety. I didn't want to lose my sack that early though. Let's just T-Bolt. Oh, you probably have can we catch a Swampert maybe? You want to catch a Swampert? But the enemy is good, so I think he would realize that he can just take this Thunderbolt. I'll batten past mid-ground. Oh, double protect's crazy. That's insane. What the hell? I guess if you're taking the... You know what? I guess if you're going to take the Thunderbolt anyway, that's a 50-50 chance to do heaps of Toxic Chip. It's not as bad as it looks. I should have just T-Waved earlier. Right, we're going to have 3 spikes up in this game. This is a rough one, folks. This is a rough one. We're getting good luck here, though. Oh, thanks a Big Will. I appreciate it. You should make more videos, Big Will. You got good videos. Registeel is doing me pretty well. %, protecting. 100%. I'm thinking of something. I could go Registeel. They protect. I Seismic Toss. They protect. I T-Wave. They exit and go Tyranitar. Actually, just T-Ball. Will you take a risk on HP Grass? 100% there's a Swampert, right? Oh, the guy's crazy, man. He's nuts. I don't know what to say. What the hell? Okay. I guess Skarmory is sackable there. Alright. Not a bad spot. I feel like if it was me, I would go to a Swampert. Okay, this is good. So next turn I actually get a Select Berry boost if I do it like this. I sub, and then next turn I Toxic, 12%, get the berry. I also have Torrent now, so I'm doing more damage. Oh, it doesn't work like that. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. I don't get the berry. Berry happens at the start of turn if you're already at that health. So because Toxic happens mid-turn, here, it doesn't work like that. I don't eat the berry. My mistake, I forgot about that mechanic. Okay, we'll see what kind of, okay, we know it's physical. Sceptile can HP Ice. Wish Sceptile can clean this up. Is it last must be either Metagross or Swampert. Alright, let's check the Tyranitar. Toxic DD is crazy. Yeah, it's this. So pretty low chance to actually kill. Let's sack Doug. Get Registeel in. Get a maybe just explode here. In case they go Salamence. And then we at least trade. What if we T-Wave? That's crazy. Does he know that Leaf Blade doesn't kill? If he knows that, then maybe he goes Salamence to preserve this Tar health. I think the best play is Explosion. And we hope that Sceptile can... Wait, why don't you click this? Oh my gosh, almost through. It is Metagross. I lose, yeah. I lose. I should have Thunder Punched. GG. GG. The way this guy used Scum was kind of insane. Hey Jimothy, who's your favorite melee player? I like Josh Man, the Australian gamer. Could use Ampharos with Focus Punch? That's the one thing Ampharos can do is Focus Punch. Also has static, which is interesting because Ice Punch and Fire Punch actually make contact in Gen 3, even though they're special attacks. So it has static, so you can like paralyze Gengar. Yeah, my music playlist is public. I can link it in the chat if you like. I've got his Entei. Entei's okay because it you can use it with Porygon 2 to eliminate. Oh hey, it's Bulgaria from chat. Hello. Yeah, Entei, it's like one of the only fire type Carmine uses, and it has the benefit of having enough HP to be able to sub against Blissey, and they can't break the sub with Seismic Toss, so that's the benefit of Entei. Not a very easy Pokemon to build around, because Mono Fire in Gen 3 has a lot of problems, like you're weak to Dugtrio mainly. And Tyranitar's so common, Swampert so common. It's a rough experience for fire types. But Entei has some cool qualities. Yeah, Gia also HF. Also HF. To be polite here. Where do we want to go to sleep? We're gonna have fun, also. We're gonna good luck and have fun. You as well? Thank you. Where do I want to sleep? Probably Registeel. So we could drop to Ice Beam depending on this Suicune set. We do. This is rough, folks. I'm gonna try Espeon. This is simply the worst possible matchup. What the hell? Carmine Ice Beam? Raw? Not a common set. This totally destroys my team here. Can Doug not kill that? Oh, I might have been able to. I could have calced that, yeah. Is it like... Yeah, I did 56 or something like this, and I'm Adamant Doug. Didn't... It might have killed before this leftovers. It had a roll to kill. I could have done that. My mistake. Ah, I need to hit that Leaf Seed. Alright. This is just a loss out of it. Maybe Espeon and Swampert can carry. That's the only chance. I always forget about Adamant Doug. It does more than it can finish off Suicunes in situations like those. I always forget. Good point. Good point. Okay, it's gonna Rain Dance. Let me import this Espeon. What can I type? Calc is glitching. Just a sec, just a sec. So probably Hydro Pump. So I should Carmine again. Are we gonna be lucky? After another Carmine, how are we looking? I think I just spam Carmines. Alright, this is weird, but I'm gonna bat and pass now. To swamp it. We have... I'm probably not playing this optimally. We've got 3 Carmine boosts, so Hydro Pump in the Rain is doing a good amount. Oh gosh. Adamant Dog doesn't outspeed a lot of stuff, like, yeah, Starmie's a big one. Dragoness Tyranitar after a boost. So, is there really no Blissey here? Because if there's a Blissey, I just lose. Hariyama? Okay, I probably KO this. Meta, I think I KO. And Hera. Undoor? No. That was random. I didn't expect to win that. Swampert carried. I feel like I 100% should have lost that. Like, I lost everything. I lost Doug. That was kind of weird. That was crazy. Opinion on HSP Halal Snack Pack? I think they're good. Alright, GG Bulgaria. I thought you were tired of CM sweeps. Well, in Gen 9 they're more free and hard to stop. I've got to get the replay for evidence. I just T-bolt here. I didn't expect the HP grass on Kingdra there too. Espeon's a weird Pokemon to play around sometimes because it's faster than most other CM passes. So yeah, it can catch you off guard like that. I think you probably should have just gone to Metagross. You had a Metagross. I only have Psychic as an attack. I could go Dug here, it's dangerous though. This could have speed on it. But with Hariyama, I think it's probably like a defensive Jirachi like this. Let me see how much Adamant Dug does. Chance to KO, 18% chance to KO. You know what I could do is go Espeon. Can Espeon live a body slam behind the sub? No. What if I put this into defense, can it? Nah. Maybe that's what I should EV for. Because being able to sit up on this would be really good. I can't though. I guess it's Registeel and T-Wave. Doing the Dug is too dangerous. It could just live and beat me. Or I could explode and Dug. That's dangerous though. That's too dangerous. We may need Registeel. Alright, we T-Waved Skarmory. No toxic, no toxic. Okay. We're up against a non-gamer. Bat and pass. Alright, looks like Jirachi probably the main special wall then. I could even use the Swampert right now. Maybe I'll just use Doug right now. It's gonna be hard to... It's so tempting to just go Doug. It's gonna be so hard to actually nail this Jirachi down. Let's just do it, whatever. The chip is enough, probably. It actually just it just crit. There's a roll to kill too, and it does like 87 to 90 to 100 something, so... I think that was still actually okay. Alright, let's, What if I do Espeon right here? Oh, I didn't expect Leech Seed. I guess, yeah, of course we Leech Seed. I'm switching out. Okay, no problem. Let's go Zap. Rock Slide Claydol is kind of cool. Would you Earthquake here as the Claydol? I think probably not. I think likely not. I'm gonna go back Zap. You actually did Earthquake. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Counter this time, we'll see. This is a kind of an awkward spot because you could Earthquake again easily. But I also could just go Zap, right? And then what if you explode here? I think you're not gonna... Oh, wow. I was right, but I got flinched. Okay, what the hell? Now they Earthquake. We could BP to Doug. We could BP. Oh, what? What the? Oh my gosh. I spam in case they go Celebi. I thought for sure you go Scarm, you go Celebi there. Around Toxic. You don't Toxic here? Oh, I can just... Oh, you rolled though. The raw spam is owning me. Okay, Peck not Toxic. That's amazing news. That's incredible news. Okay, I'm assuming this is slow. It's got Leech Seed on it. I think Adamant will KO it. Oh, just off, but that's alright. Now Zapdos kind of cleans. That's an HSP moment. It's okay, I just click HP Grass here. Little can be done. Depends on the last Pokemon, but everything else is threatened by T-Bolt. Unless they literally like chip heal all the way back up to whatever. How high do they have to chip heal to actually stop this? Big grass. Okay. Okay. This appears to be a Stoli set with rest last, no rock slide, so Claydol can now chip heal. Let's just go to Sceptile. Wow, that was a lot of damage, what the hell? Now I got Overgrow though. It's annoying because the Claydol now doesn't die to HP Grass. Wow, that worked out somehow. Now I can spam HP Grass because this only has Drill Peck. We did it. We got the chip we need. It's over now. Zapdos cleans it, folks. We're good. Zapdos should do like the 19% or whatever I need to do here. Celebi can chip heal once more. If it sacks something else. Melodic. Alright. But it's all over for you. I have, well, I don't know what your EVs are. I'm just gonna T-wave this. And then... just explode to take it out. And win the battle. Thank you for playing. That was epic. 1521. With the 3 BLs. I'll save the replay though. Gonna get replays. I'll play a couple more effects. Let's go. This is insane. Do I just T-wave this? I'm tempted to. It seems good to me. Are there any BL spinners? There's Don Fan. Off the top of my head, Don Fan. Can I make a vid about Dusclops? I could. I have an old vid about Dusclops, where I just used it. Let's just T-wave. Can't go wrong. Cannot go wrong. Oh, dodged that. Alright. I'm gonna bat and pass here. And we get HP Grass for free here. If you go Bliss, I just get a free switch to Doug. And that was a free HP Grass. That was enormous. Let's just click it again because of Protect. Raikou come in. Raikou's entered. Okay. I think I'll go Registeel. And just... this is a disadvantage of Adamant Dug. It's slower than Raikou. Alright, let's see how much this is doing. Doesn't 2-hit yet. So we can Seismic Toss once. And then explode now, I suppose. Even if they sub, they're getting low. Could maybe even just finish off with Sceptile. Yeah, we'll just use Registeel to trade with Raikou there. I don't go Zapdos because it chip heals once and it threatens the Swampert. It will probably do well against whatever. Articuno can live this and then Ice Beam me. Decent chance for me to live though. I'm at 82. What's the chance I live? 50-50 to kill me. Assuming this amount of special attack, which is random, might not even be that. I could just T-Wave it, because that allows me to... It depends if it's raw or not, because that just allows Espeon to set up a lot. Or I could just chip it. I could just go to Espeon even. I mean, Espeon. I think I will just go to Espeon. We'll Calm Mind. And then we can Baton Pass to Zap, take the Ice Beam. Oh, I synced Toxic. That's crazy. Someone asked, why do I make so much Gen 3 content? Because it's my favorite gen. I don't think it's the best metagame. Does this add up with this? Ice Beam did 39, so actually has more special attack, like something like this. So I should actually Baton Pass right here. Oh, that sucks. What the hell? I knew I lived. Oh dear. Maybe I thought. Alright. No worries then. Okay. It's my favorite playstyle in ADV. Probably... I like Scarm Magneton teams. I find them pretty simple and effective. Because if you HP Grass, I get my Berry. And I get Torrent. It looks like this is Modest Zap because it did 77. GG. That was a cool win condition there. The enemy's team was crazier than mine though. Might have been a BL last as well. How do you feel about Wheezing? Good Pokemon, hard to fit on teams though. But it's good. Really good fighter check, it's got Explode. Good coverage, good utility. Was Articuno ever good in... It's good in Gen 3, it's usable. It's not like OU ranked, it's not very it's not like super common, but it has a lot of merit. Actually, it's really good against Swampert and Celebi. And it's a good general mixed wall against a lot of stuff. It's got pressure and Ice Stab, Ice Beam. And it has Heal Bell, which is really useful on Superman teams that have a lot of Spike Immune Pokemon. Articuno is one of the only Spike Immune Pokemon with Heal Bell that also answers Swampert and Suicune and Celebi. Yeah, I don't know, Popsicle. ADV, apparently it's because, you know, they're on the Game Boy Advanced. That's why. But every other gen is abbreviated based on the game's names, like DPP is Gen 4 for Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. It's weird and inconsistent. I don't like it. That's why I prefer to say Gen 3, because it's obvious what I'm talking about. If I say ADV, people, what does that mean? That's the Smogon nickname for it. Oh yeah, I guess Gen 3 is exclusive to the Game Boy Advance, while the DS has Gen 4 and 5. And the Gen 1 and 2 are both Game Boy. It's true. It stands alone in that regard. That's true. That's true. That might be why. Alright folks, I might call it there. I'm getting a bit tired, to be honest. I don't know how some streamers do it, streaming for like 8 hours a day, every day. It's been 2 hours and 16 minutes and my voice is hurting. I'm feeling a bit... I'm not sure if I can play at such a high gaming level for much longer. But thank you so much all for tuning in. Did not expect such viewership here. We got 150 concurrents earlier. That's crazy. We hit 201 concurrents. That's crazy. I didn't expect that. I had this much views when the Pokemon Presents was happening. I thought that was just because it's an event. But here I am just playing Gen 3 and you guys are watching. That's beautiful. Thank you. This is banjo music. This is banjo music. Freeze Easy Peak. Alright. Thanks everyone. I'll probably make some vids out of this stream. We've got some good replay analysis, some good games, maybe on the second channel, some more content. If you guys missed out, if you just tuned in, stay tuned. Or you can watch the entire VOD, of course. And stay tuned for cool stuff. We've got a... Oh, you just joined? My apologies, I'm about to head off. But feel free to watch back and stay tuned for more content. Refreshing lemonade. Thank you for saying hello. I do appreciate it. Thank you, everybody.